Hi friends, welcome back in your math channel, Maths in Nutshell by Mahesh Sen. Guys, today we have the exercise 7.1, the question number 9 and 10 in this video. So the question is, if a point Q which is equidistant from the point P and R, then find the value of X. When the P and Q are the coordinates of the P and Q are given, we have to find the X, and also we have to find the distance of QR and PR when you are having the R as X comma 6. So guys, basically you have to find the three things. The equidistance condition is given to you, and I have explained you already what is the equidistant distance, and a point is from the equidistance from the two points. So how you will find out the distance? What do you mean by this word? Okay, so equidistant means equal distance, right? A point is there. Suppose I'm here and my distances to my friend A and B are equal, so I can go to the A and B, both are equal. So here is equidistance means equal distance, right? So this terminology should be clear to you all. The equal distance from a point to the different 2 points, okay, or more than the 2 points. So equal distance means equidistance. So now a point Q is there, so I'll write here Q, 0 comma 1 is the coordinate of the point Q, and a point P and Q are equidistant, so I'll draw this kind of the rough sketch, and this is P is 5 comma minus 3, and Q 0 comma 1, and R is X comma 6. So basically X comma 6 means we have to find the value of X here, the coordinate of 6. He can ask you the coordinate of R, find the value of X or coordinate of the R. The PQ and QR are equal, so I can put here the equal sign here, right? So since PQ is equals to QR, this is by according to condition. So PQ is equals to QR. PQ will be here by the distance formula. We'll apply the distance, that is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. You are aware with this because we have almost done this exercise and you people know what is this. So I'm writing here the distance formula. First of all, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, or y1 minus y2 whole square, there is no problem. Okay, so what I can write here, 5 minus 0, x2 minus x1, 0 comma 1, and 5 comma minus 3. Okay, P and Q. So 5 under root 5 minus 0 whole square plus minus 3. So can I write here minus 3 and minus 1 whole square? Okay, because minus 3 is x2 y2. Similarly, in the right way also, x2 is x minus 0 plus 6 minus 1 whole square. This is y2 minus y1. If I'll solve this, you are familiar with this under root 5 minus 0 whole square. I will write here 5 square plus minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4 whole square plus, okay, equal to x minus 0, that is x square only, plus 6 minus 1 is 5 square. Yeah. Both this side square root I can take because I square root sign is there, so I can do the squaring both the sides so that the square sign will remove here. Yeah, squaring both the sides. So next term will be here 5 square is 25. I'll go for directly 25 plus this 5 square will come directly as it is 25 plus minus 4 square is 16 is equal to this under root will remove the x square plus 25. 25 will cancel here, as we know that 25 and 25 both are in same sign, in equal to sign, so this will cancel. So 16 equal to x square, or I want to find the value of x, that is x is plus minus 4. So there are two values of x basically, one is plus 4, one is minus 4 when you are taking the square root, right? So guys, he wanted to find out the value of x. So a value of x, the first part, maybe it is come in the it may come in the exam also. Find the value, then if the point Q is equidistant from the R and P, then x is 4 minus 4 minus 4 or 2 minus 3 in objective type questions, right? So we have the value of x is 4 and 0 minus 4. Now we are moving towards the remaining second part of this. So we have the two values. Actually we have to find the value of QR and the distance, basically the value, not exactly, we have to find that QR distance and PR. Okay, so Q is 0 comma 1 is fine, but I want to find out the value of R here, because R is here x comma 6, right? X comma 6. So P is 5 comma minus 3, it's fine, and 0 comma 1 is Q. But what is R? R we got it, R is 4 comma 6 and minus 4 comma 6. I will write here minus 4 comma 6, or R may be 4 comma 6, because he wanted the value of x, so x is minus 4 and 4 also, both the values are x. So there is no problem, we will find out the values with taking both the minus 4 comma 6 and 4 comma 6 also, right? So we can write here Q is 0 comma 1 and R is minus 4 comma 6, the first value. Then you have to find the value of QR. Okay, so the QR is 0 comma 1 and minus 4 comma 6. We will apply the distance formula between these two, because we are finding the distance between the QR. So under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y whole square. So 0 minus 4, that is plus 4, and 1 minus 6 or 6 minus 1, that is 5 whole square. So 0 minus 4, that is 4 square, and plus में 6 minus 1 whole square, that is 5 square. We'll solve it. 16 plus 25 and 16 plus 25 will write directly QR is equals to under root 41. This is the value of QR. So he wanted to find out the distance between the QR, that is under root 41. Again we have we can take the value of QR also when R is 4 comma 6. Here was minus 4 comma 6. We can find out with this help of the QR with this R is 4 comma 6 this time, because last time we have done, we have done it here minus 4 comma 6, but this time 4 comma 6. So I think value will be same, because the distance between these 2 points is same if you are putting a minus 4 comma 6 or 4 comma 6. Let's start with minus 4 comma 6 and plus 4 comma 6 also. Okay, so the same thing, 4 minus 0 whole square plus 6 minus 1 whole square, or 1 minus 6. I can write here anything like 1 minus 2 or 2 minus 1. This will be minus 4 square is 16 here. So if you know, you can do directly, guys. I'm writing here everything. So 16 plus 25, that is again 41. So basically QR, the distance between the 2 points will be the same. Either the coordinate will be 4 comma 6 or minus 4 comma 6. The distance will be same. There is no problem, because the points are same here, constant points, and we have to find the distance between these 2 points. So this is the basic concept here. So QR is okay. Now we have to find the one more thing, that is PR, and P is what we have to find out the next thing, this second part. I told you just we have to find out the 3 parts here. The first part is done, second and third is PR, the distance between P and R. So what I am doing here, P is 5 comma minus 3. I will put here P is minus 5 comma, R is 4 comma 6. I am not taking this time minus value, because minus and plus there is no chance. I am taking the positive values here. So if you will take the minus 4 comma 6, then you also find the value of the same PR will be the same. So PR will be x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 whole square. So direct value 5 minus 4 whole square plus 6 minus 3, that is plus 3. 6 plus 3 whole square, that will come here. 5 minus 4 is 1. So I will write here that 1 square plus 6 plus 3, 9. So 9 square. One further we will go one more step, that is 1 plus 81, because 9 square is 81 plus 1 is 82. So PR is basically root 82 is the value of PR. So he wanted to find out the 3 values, PR, QR and QR from both the different coordinates, minus 4 comma 6 and 4 comma 6. So this is the value of your the third distance between the P and R. I hope so you understood this concept, all the 3 values distance between the points by the distance formula. We'll further moving after this question. We'll go for the question number 10 also, because one more question is there, and then we'll complete today this exercise and we'll move towards the next exercise 7.2 sorry. So what is the question number 10? The last question of the exercise 7.1, coordinate geometry. Find the relation between x and y. So we'll get some equation in the form of x and y. when the points x comma y is a point which is equidistant from these 2 points 3 comma 6 and minus 3 comma 4. So guys, you have done many a time that equidistance. Just now we have done equidistance, x comma y is equidistant from these 2 points. We can take it a and b, we can take it p and q. It depends on you guys, but you have to use the apply or the concept of the equidistance, that is equal distance. Okay, so distance formula is over here with the question number 10. Okay, so the very first we can take, let x comma y be a point, and you can take this point as you want. So let me write down this in. Let p is a point which coordinates are x comma y. We can give this x comma y as p point, and the second point is a and b, because a and b is the combination. So I have taken it 3 comma 6, a and b is minus 3 comma 4. This is the second point. Now guys, your job is to apply the equidistance concept here, as I have done the earlier question in the question number 7th. So PA and PB are equal. This is given basically. This PA and PB are the equidistance from the point P. So PA is equal to, according to condition, PA equals to PB. I can write here. Yeah. So PA is again, you people will. Acha, second thing is guys, you can squaring both the side in the beginning also. So you will not write the under root sign again and again. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. You can put the values directly in this formula. Don't put the under root sign. So there are two methods. I will explain you one more method on this. You don't write the under root sign. You can square both the side in the beginning also. So under root will be removed here. Now squaring both the side you can do here also. Otherwise, at the putting the value of these PA coordinates, and then you can put it. So under root x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square. This is the basically the identity we'll apply here after sometimes. So this is 6 minus 3, that is 6 plus 3 whole square, x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square. So basically distance formula is over. After this we'll apply here the squaring both the side, because I don't want the square root square both the sides. So I just want to remove the square sign here. So squaring on the both sides, under root will remove from here. So x minus 3 whole square we can apply directly identity a minus b whole square here, and y minus 6 whole square. This will copy down as it is, and then we'll apply the identity. Okay, so let me write the first this term x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square as it is. Then we'll apply the identity. There are two identities. For sake of your remembering, I'm writing here a minus b whole square. That is a square. You people know a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square very well. But I'm writing here a minus b whole square. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Because sometimes students get confused here. A minus b, a square minus b square, sometimes like that. So a square plus b square plus 2ab. In the plus a plus b whole square all throughout. Plus is there. A minus b throughout. A square plus b square and minus 2ab is there. Okay, in negative identity. So can you put the values here? X minus 3 whole square, that is a square plus b square plus minus 2ab. So x square plus 3 square 9 minus 6x, because 3 2s are 6 and x is there. So 2ab plus y square plus 36 minus 6 to 12y is equal to x square a plus b whole square identity here, x square plus 9 plus 6x plus 6x, right guys, plus a minus b whole square we can apply here, y square plus 16 minus 8y. This is okay, I think. After this we can cut x square to x square, 9 to 9, because these are both same numbers with the right hand side, y to y, 9 to 9. This term, 3 terms cancel with the 3 terms in the right hand side. The remaining terms is minus 6x plus 36, and this minus 12 will come down as it is 12y. Similarly in the right hand side also, this 6 equal to 6x will come down, plus 16 is here, plus 16 minus 8y. I have to write basically these terms as it is, and then we have to solve. The like term will go together with this, and we will simplify it basically, right? So what you are doing guys, minus 6x will go to the right hand side, because this is minus, so it will become plus 6x. 36 is also we can send in the right hand side, and minus 12y is also. So basically what I'm thinking, sir, we can put here the 0 in the left hand side, and all the terms will go in the right hand side. 6x minus 6 is coming to, it will become plus 6. So plus 6x plus minus 8y. Chalo, right hand side, the things I am writing first. Minus 8y, and minus 12y will come here, and it will become plus 12y. So I'm writing here plus 12y in the right hand side. So the second arrow with the black pen, plus 12y plus 16. So plus 16 you can copy down as it is in the right hand side, and plus 36 will go in the right hand side, so it will become minus 36. Yeah, that's fine. Now 0 equal to 6 plus 6 12. 6 plus 6 12x minus 8y plus 12y is minus plus minus 12 minus 8 is 4y, and this is minus 20 minus 16 minus 36 is 20. Guys, if you can see here, I can write here 12x plus 4y minus 20 is equal to 0. I can write like this also, there is no problem. And throughout I can see here 4 is common, 4 4 4, so I can divide by 4 throughout the equation. So I will get it x 4 divided by 4, it will become 3. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3x plus 4 divided by 4 is y only, minus 5. Okay, minus 5 equal to 0. So when you are dividing by 4, this 12x plus 4y minus 20 will become 3x plus y minus 5 divided by 4, because 4 is common in all. So basically the relation between x and y is 3x plus y minus 5 equal to 0, or you can write here 3x plus y is equal to 5 also. Okay, so this is your sum. I told you in the beginning also, he said find the relation between x and y. Then that time I told you we'll get one linear equation to variable a in the form of x and y, right? So this is the relation between the x and y in the form of one equation. This is your final answer. So guys, I hope so you understood the concept, both the sums, question number 9 and 10. If you like this video, please click on the like button, write some comments, what kind of the question you want. If you have any doubt,